I think that's when it's gonna be really hard because we're gonna have to say no to things longer than normal people. Good morning, guys. We're just starting our day. Mary's clearing her lungs, Harry's enjoying the ride, and I am working on editing the vlog. It was a long vlog that we did reflecting on 1 year ago when we were walking through transplant evaluation here in Durham at Duke. It's crazy. Yesterday was kind of somewhat of an emotional day of just kind of reflecting on how different life is a year later and how grateful we are. And
I feel like I was more emotional like the last few weeks thinking about it, like coming up.
yeah.
And I guess yesterday I was like, I'm surprised I didn't cry more. And I guess it was just like I had already kind of processed, oh, it's coming up a year, it's coming up and all that.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing to start our day. This morning I went out and watered the grass that is growing. I just gotta give you an update because this is what's exciting around here right now. And in this back corner, you can tell there is grass growing, and it's growing elsewhere. It's just, it sprouted up here the fastest, and it's really exciting.
You want to know what's been my jam lately? Cottage cheese and pear. Ugh, so good. A little sweet, a little salty. Cottage cheese like totally freaks some people out because it's like chunky and salty, and I can totally see how that would be gross to most people, but I really like it. This has also been my jam. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers soundtrack. Or Calamity Jane soundtrack.
Can't you hear 'em humming? Happy times are coming for to stay.
Hey!
Oh, my Christmas day. So whip crack away, whip crack away, whip crack away.
Alright, I've just been cleaning the kitchen and I made some meatballs and a little meatloaf. I'm trying to decide whether to freeze that or not. We will see. I am going to make this spaghetti squash for dinner. We can have meatballs and spaghetti and yeah. You guys, when I look out my kitchen window, it is grass. Now, if you were to look really closely, you could tell it's really young and really sparse, but in a couple of days, it's gonna be even greener, and it's just beautiful. It's so fun. We couldn't even have imagined it until it started coming up, and now we're like, oh yeah, I can see it. It's gonna be all grass. It's gonna be so great. What is it, baby? What? Come here. Hi. You need snugs? You need snugs? Of course I'll give you snugs. Well, of course I will. I won't say no to that. I just split the spaghetti squash in half and put some coconut oil kind of over the tops of them. And I'm just gonna put those in the oven. Thankfully I already preheated it. And in they go. You guys want to see like the cutest thing on earth? Oh my gosh. Oh, his hands. He's holding my hand. This is like a little like pureed cat treat that he loves so much. And he holds my hand. Oh. I can't even handle it. He's so cute. I decided to go ahead and freeze this meatloaf. Because the beef was not frozen. It wasn't like I thawed it out and then made the meatloaf, so it will be just fine. Hey, Sweets.
Yeah.
Could you hold this camera for a minute? I was gonna show them how it noodles up after you cook it.
Okay, noodle it.
So if you've never had spaghetti squash, after you cook it, you do like a fork like this, and it noodles. They don't taste like noodles.
It's just
But
shaped
they look like noodles.
like noodles. But it really doesn't, I guess it is a different food, but like, to me, like spaghetti squash still with the sauce and meat tastes like spaghetti.
Yeah, it still fills that spaghetti space for us.
Yes.
We also eat real spaghetti noodles too.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of eat both.
They're just really good. It kind of gives us sweeter.
And like a less like...
Heavy. Much less heavy than the pasta.
I was trying to come up with something that I wanted to post on Instagram. Something about like how it's a year after the transplant eval.
Yeah.
And I was like going through my photos from last year, but I just like, I didn't know what I wanted to post.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna post like as many videos as it'll let me, like little clips from the week. Just like whatever was on my phone. Cause I don't know, I don't really have much to say except, wow, it's been a year.
Yeah.
And I'm just, you know, thankful for where I'm at. But anyway, I was just doing that. I was laying on the couch looking through all those videos. And then I remembered I need to noodle my noodles. And I put the meatballs in.
Nice. So we having like spaghetti with meatballs?
Yeah.
Yum.
Hopefully that sauce from Aldi's okay. We didn't love it.
It'll be fine.
I don't know if we have anything else.
I'm gonna go water the grass because it is hot today.
And it's so green! Voila!
Wow, this is, look at the colors going on here. This is amazing, honey.
Taste the rainbow, man.
Thank you for making this.
Do you want any Parmesan?
Yes.
Our dinner was a hit.
Big.
Hey, Ollie, come here for a sec. I want to show off your bandana. Come here. I noticed that Peter put this cow bandana on him, and I got this, if I'm remembering correctly, it's a handkerchief I got when I was like 11 years old. We went to Kansas City, Missouri, and we were in Walmart.
Was I not supposed to use that for Ollie?
No, you totally can. We just haven't really used it a ton.
I didn't know it had a story behind it.
Anyway, I've had it for a very long time, and now it gets to be used.
That's funny. So that was like your souvenir?
Yeah, I got that, and then that basket. You know that like basket that we have? It's like this big.
You know that like basket that we have?
We don't have many baskets in our life.
I don't know what
it's small. Anyway, I got that at Walmart and this. And that was my little... I was a weird kid.
Still are.
Truth teller. Hey, babe.
Hey.
You want to have a pistachio party?
Yes, pistachio party. Guys, it's evening. Ollie and I just got back from our evening walk. Isn't that right, Ollie? Did you have a good walk? And he's like, huh? We're gonna go on a walk? We're getting ready to go up. Mary and I have been staying on the 3rd floor. We had talked about doing this ever since coronavirus happened, and we were like, when we're a little stir crazy, we should go move up to our 3rd floor, which is kind of like our guest area. And so we've been staying up there pretty much all this week, and it's kind of fun. We call it our Airbnb, and we go, and Mary and Harry are up there, and we're gonna go get ready for bed. But Mary and I have been thinking recently how, as our society begins to reopen, I know some states are starting to reopen. Our area still has a stay-at-home order, but as time goes on, like, society is going to open up, and in phases, probably in weeks and months, there will be more capacity for things like churches meeting in person, and stores and restaurants and that sort of thing as time goes on. And we've been thinking about how, in many ways, this has been a pretty easy time for us, quarantine, because society shut down. There's nothing we're missing out on by trying to be careful and protect specifically Mary's body and her lungs. And as time goes on and things start to reopen, and society and our social realms start to reopen, things like church in person and that sort of thing, I think that's when it's going to be really hard, because we're going to have to say no to things longer than normal people without health conditions that are really at risk with this coronavirus thing. So anyways, we were just thinking about how there's going to be a lot of like hard things in the weeks and months, really in the year ahead, I think, of having to say no and wishing we could say yes. And there's going to be a lot of gray for us in figuring out what is wise, what isn't wise, and we're going to navigate that and figure out, make those choices. And I don't think that there's anything black and white for anyone right now in terms of, besides what kind of is legal, but there's a lot of gray area in terms of what's wise or unwise, and people are going to make different choices there, and that's okay. And we're going to probably be a little more conservative than most with how we approach re-entry into society. But anyways, that's just me kind of verbally processing something that Mary and I have been talking about, how we're kind of not looking forward to that. When our friends are getting together and we're like, we probably shouldn't. That's gonna be hard. But then again, Mary and I have had a lot of experience of having to do that over the years of her being sick or whatever. So anyways, we're gonna get to bed. I'm gonna wrap it up because I know Mary's already ready for bed. I'm gonna say, as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Ollie boy. See you tomorrow, buddy. Look, it's you, and it's you. It's you, and it's you. You.